Oh. How hot is it? Improbable. What's your temp like today? I think we were hitting, yeah, still probably around 40. Pets. Gee, the next time I'll be over there, the first time I'm going to locate the cat. Aw. What a handsome fellow that Jackson. God, that the cat that I posted in fucking pets is so funny to me because he is an absolute cuddle guy. And it's just like, my God, you're so cuddly. And then you breathe because he's like laying against you and you just breathe a little too much at one point and he just gives you a fucking look. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to spoil your nap, Your Highness. Uh, but that's Cleveland, and I've taken to calling the other one just not Cleveland because I like him more. And that other cat does not like me as much. But now that her fucking mom's never here, it's buddying up to me like, no, bitch, you're being fake as fuck right now. When I'm here all the goddamn time, oh no, who cares? Now that your mom's gone, your son Egg and his brother, exactly. Why is this one not your son? I like Egg more. I do not like cheese. Like, ah, yes, my son Cleveland and his sister Kiwi. Well, whatever, I guess. So today we're gonna react to Panda's video, and then we're gonna play more Ace Attorney. But I'm very excited. It fucking sucks that I wanted to watch Panda's video as much as I did, and I legit just wasn't able to because I knew that I had to like. Why is one a fruit and the other a state? What? Yeah, I was mad. Like, I saw the notification and I actually really wanted to watch it, but I wasn't allowed to because I have to react to it on stream. Fucking blows. Why is one a fruit and the other a state? You gotta be more specific. I don't know what you're referencing. Because you're saying that like orange and Oregon because they both are similar, but oh. But then I'm also looking at your son Egg and his brother Cheese. Oh, Cleveland and Kiwi? Oh. Cleveland isn't a state. But I have no idea. I know that Cleveland is much older. So just a different time period. It's not? No, Cleveland is not a state. Cleveland is a city inside of a state. You have the most useless fucking state ever. You have Cleveland, Ohio. But it is also just a name. Guy's name is Good Omens. Fandom is crying so much. Why? Okay, I'm going to be on. Man, I'm jealous as fuck of these temperatures. But I'm genuinely kind of like out loud. Kind of annoyed at like Good Omens because like I'm aware that it's like good, but I'm not gonna watch it. Full disclosure, I'm not watching Good Omens. Just like fuck, man. I'm not watching it. Oh, but Terry Pratchett, and it's an amazing book. I'm not watching this shit, dog. I'm not. But isn't it just like a angel and a devil that are gay, and like that's the whole thing? Like it's funny because it's got comedy elements to it, but it's just they're just gay and that's it. I was tempted to see Tenant again, but the series looks so boring for me. I legitimately like. Okay, hold on. Good. Whoops. Okay. The fantasy series sees Fussy Angel, Aziraphale, and the loose living demon Crowley team up to form an unlikely duo. Okay, so Angel Devil are gay, and they've become overly fond for life on Earth, and they are forced into forming an alliance to attempt to stop the approaching Armageddon. This is just a gay couple. I don't. I am sorry for people that really enjoy this show. This is the most boring to me. A picked on series, but by amount, yeah. No, I can't. I look at it. I'm like, guys. This ain't it. Like, I know that it's got a novel and shit. There is just unfortunately nothing appealing for me because, like, I've never been like a huge David Tennant fan, and I just radio book what anxiety 25%, anxiety 5%. Hold on, I have to look at this image now. Radio anxiety 25% and 5%, book anxiety 20% and 30%, and then TV 95%, 100%. Oh, these are the medium in which they are. This is why I won't watch your show. This is why I'm not going to like read the book, listen to the radio, I guess, or watch the TV show. I'm not doing it. I'm not even gonna apologize for hitting the button. I don't give a fuck. He just doesn't look good. And I keep seeing ads for it because unfortunately there are some ads even I can't escape, and Good Omens is one of them. This is just fetishizing a gay couple. So fucking sorry. It is the truth. Johnny Depp was considered for Crowley. My timeline and friends are talking. A lot of them want to shoot myself. I mean, look at this image. Even outside of like Johnny Depp being here, this makes me not want to watch it, because then I feel like I will dislike David Tennant more because he's a part of it. And I don't have a negative image of David Tennant, but I know that if I watch it, I'm gonna be like, man, I don't like David Tennant now because of this thing he was in, and then I'll never watch anything else that he was in, which means that you miss out on like Doctor Who, which, to my knowledge, is a good show. Everything that I've seen of it looks good. I'm like, yeah, and then I'll just cross it out. So I think it'll be best if I just don't watch Good Omens. The eyes look so bad. This is what happens when like Tumblr besties get on and they just say ooh gender. This is what happens. If you enjoy the video, I will, don't worry. Also, thank you. 21 months, Panda. I appreciate that. That's a little over 2 babies. Congratulations. Like, they think gender and then they're like, this. Like, no. 21 months of forgetting to unsub. Oh, I see. This is gender, guys. Oh god, and it must be so hot. And you're wearing like wool on top of what's just a t-shirt. It's gonna be even hotter. The snake belt, no. Have a premiere match tonight. Good luck, Panda. Oh, are you streaming tonight? I think when they don't have sun, that doesn't mean it's not hot. Remember, to them, like 70 if Fahrenheit was hot. Oh my gosh, you won't be streaming until Monday? Okay, well, whenever you are going to stream, let me know. I want to tune in. I mean, I think I'll be at work if you do stream on Monday, but I'll definitely tune in, at least to check it out. Because you asked me for some help on your streaming thing, and I want to make sure that I was correct and that it all works out for you. God. Okay, so I will say, before we get started in the video, I am going to complain about my job just a little bit. So I go in today, right? And I'll preface this a little bit. So on Monday, I get in and I'm completely alone. I have no coworker on Monday. I'm supposed to, but I don't. It's 5 hours that I was alone. Wednesday comes, I got a new girl. She did not talk to me. Talking to her was like trying to pull teeth. Didn't talk to me. It's another 5 hours. I was practically alone. Friday, I never have a coworker. And so out of the entirety of my Friday that I worked, nobody. I'm all alone. And then today, I'm expecting one girl to show up. She called in too. So I had another 4 hours total because my coworkers just decided not to be where they were supposed to be and did not hang out with me at all. So I just had another 4 hours. So my entire week I've been alone at work and I have just been like desperate for human interaction. I am like so bummed. Ugh. Well, with that, let's get back to the stream. Like, oh my god, I was just dying. I can't wait to go in on Monday, and then it's gonna be the same shit. Like, oh yeah. Nope. You don't have a coworker today. Okay, so this is The Important Story of Sons of Liberty by Suddenly Pandas. With the announcement of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Remake, I thought it'd be a good time to look back and see the important message that Sons of Liberty. A good time to look back and see the important message that Sons of Liberty? Alright. I want to try to return. This is my lowest my hermitage has been. Oh gosh, customers don't interact with me. It fucking sucks, but oh well. Okay. Well, Panda, lay it on me.
The content provided in this video is accurate to the events that happened on April 29th, 2009.
Okay. Already, I can hear the Persona music.
Write me a 300-word
Stand by, it's true.
on my trip to Mexico. Name one landmark.
There's no way you're typing that much. Don't use the typing sound. I'm sure he was typing.
Right. And copy that, paste, and submit.
Okay, I'm going to draw this similarity. Not fair to Panda, but I'm going to draw this similarity. Hold on.
It's me, Richard. I'm trying to do it to you, but we have a mother of a virus ripping
A mother of a virus.
Okay, throw me
some This is him typing. That's what it sounds like to me. Hold on. I know that I'm not just making this up.
And copy that, paste, and submit.
Even to the enter button. Even to the click.
Oral cum shot. Yeah, that fits.
Oh god, tell me I'm not wrong. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna. It's just a perfect line. Ooh, I like the letterboxing going away.
My name is Suddenly Pandas, and I gotta talk about this game
Snake
series
enthusiast.
that I've been really enjoying recently. The series is called Metal Gear Solid, a series that is made by the one and only Hideo Kojima. Now, personally speaking, I've been really enjoying the series ever since the 5th installment, The Phantom Pain. And since then, I've been starting to go back to the originals. And now,
okay, yeah, fair.
Perfect timing for me.
I know quite a few people doing that.
The 3rd installment is being remade, Snake Eater, which I haven't played yet. And I'm really excited to see Hideo Kojima redirect this masterpiece, which he's gonna go back and redirect it, right? Right? Now, the focus of
I don't. Okay, I don't understand that. I'm assuming that he's leaving the game and Kojima's not actually going to be a part of it.
This video is on the second
I don't know.
Sons of Liberty. Let me just pause ahead for the first and second game because I kind of need to explain what the first game is so you understand what the second game is about. Right? It's a sequel. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And let's get right into it. Meet Raiden. 4 years after the events of Shadow of Moses, which happened in the first game, Raiden is tasked to infiltrate the Big Shell, an offshore cleanup facility that is under control of the Sons of Liberty.
Oh, so I know that he's not going to draw a lot of attention to it. Panda animated this. Like, it was actually him that did this.
4 years after the events of Shadow of Moses, which happened in the first game, Raiden is tasked.
He's not going to take credit for it, but he did it and he was very proud of it, and I am also proud of him for doing it.
To infiltrate the Big Shell, an offshore cleanup facility, and is under control of the Sons of Liberty.
Sad he didn't animate the
Formed by
ass.
old dead
Honestly, it could have bounced.
The members,
Bounce a little bit.
Fortune, a woman with supernatural ability to cause incoming bullets to pass around her and to render explosives useless. Vamp, an agent with vampire-like attributes such as inhuman speed and walking on water. Fat Man,
Okay.
a demolition expert
What?
on rollerblades.
What?
And the lead
Hold on. Wait, okay, so he doesn't have superpowers. He just has rollerblades. Honestly, one of the better superpowers.
Solid Snake, the protagonist of the previous game. Supported by his colonel and his girlfriend Rose. For
Just
moral support,
exactly.
I guess. Your mission, save the hostages and eliminate Solid Snake. Ryan
Okay.
teams up with Pliskin, a Navy SEAL, and tracks down the Fat Man, who attempts to blow up the first core. With Fat Man defeated and the bombs defused, Raiden attempts to find Ames, one of the hostages.
Oh no, that's so much
After making
blood.
contact with Ames, he is informed that the hostages were not even the main
Does
focus
this man
of
have
the
a
raid.
ponytail?
It is the rise of Metal Gear Ray and the arsenal gear to detonate a nuke over Manhattan.
Okay, so I've never been super big into like Metal Gear, right? So I don't quite know this. Is it supposed to be realistic in any way? Because like a big metal bird, and this man has a katana. I feel like it's no.
Metal Gear is a machine that is designed to launch a nuke from anywhere in the world, eliminating the need for missiles, with the recent Metal Gear Rex being completely untraceable. Something that happened in the first game. Now, Metal Gear Ray, this new one,
Okay.
is the first Metal Gear ever to be produced in mass quantity in exchange for losing its nuclear capabilities. And instead,
gotcha.
its main goal is to guard arsenal gear in order to further the goal of the Patriots, or the Lolly-Lulelo, if you wish to have a little bit of fun.
Lolly-lulelo.
Lolly-Lulelo is a covert group of 12 people from the early 1990s that controlled the United States, such as the U.S. economies, information, and material distributions, all under their control. Everyone is a puppet to the Patriots, even the President of the United States himself.
Oh, okay.
The goal for the Patriots is simple. Form a unified world by being in control. The Patriots are shaping history as they see fit while maintaining their anonymity. Their anonymity. Anonymity. And
Panda. Panda. It's okay to fuck up words. You can't mistype something and then zoom in on it and also show us how to properly type it. Panda. You can't just do this. Anonymity, because you missed a Y. You spell anonymity.
while remaining anonymous. Anyway. Ames also informs Raiden that the Arsenal gear is a mobile fortress developed to monitor, block, and tamper with the internet communications. And the only person who would give the green light for Arsenal is the President of the United States, which, conveniently enough, is at the
I did that on one of your clips, did you?
When Stinger
I don't
presses
remember
later,
that.
and you're able to make contact with the President. He informs Raiden that the Lolly-Lulelo sorry, I'm done, I promise. Are behind the raid of Big Shell, and that he is simply a puppet. He also explains that it doesn't matter what he does now, since the leader of the Sons of Liberty is the President of the United States. Codename Solid Us Snake. Pliskin.
Wait, okay, I thought they said that they controlled the president, but the president is in the Lolly-Lulelo?
Reveals himself as the real Solid Snake, which surprises no one if you played the original game. And he helps Raiden stop the launch of Arsenal. Solidus informs Raiden this is all for the S3 plan, which stands for Solid Snake Simulator, a simulation to create the perfect warrior. It
Gotcha.
is also disclosed that what is currently happening at the Big Shell was orchestrated by the Lolly-Lulelo to mimic the events of Shadow Moses, which is literally what happened in the first game and in the second game. The Patriots made contact with Raiden under the guise of his Colonel and Rose, hinting at the dawn of the new digital age, allowing an overwhelming amount of trivial information to last forever and accessible to anyone, which threatens the progression of humanity, which is why the S3 plan actually stands for the selection of societal sanity. There was no attack on an offshore oil rig. It was orchestrated to test the capability of S3. The Patriots consider most human tendency to favor overthinking acceptance of unpleasant truths, harmful to society, as it would create great amounts of junk information that would bury what was indeed true. Finally, Raiden defeats Solus on top of the Federal Hall roof, ending Solus' attack. Raiden meets up with Snake and asks who he really is and what he can believe. Snake replies, "It is up to you to decide what to pass on to the future, figure out your own purpose."
So everything before this didn't happen. It was just a VR experience? It's selective sanity, right? What it felt like. Like none of it actually happened, and that's why it's fucking with him so bad?
For yourself. After the credits roll, Snake successfully traced the Patriots, but discovered that they're all dead. Or are they? Right. There are two themes of this game that I want to talk about. The first one, misinformation. What is misinformation, you may ask? Good question. Misinformation is information that is misleading. Now, there are several examples of misinformation in the game itself. For example, Raiden believed that he was supposed to save the hostages and kill Solid Snake. Both of them were misled information. The S3 stands for the Solid Snake simulation, which is not true at all. And that Fortune was told that she could not be hit with bullets or explosives. She was also lied to.
What?
Everyone was lied to. So what are real-world examples of misinformation? Well, look no further than in clickbait. Clickbait is when you have text and or images that are designed to grab your attention and so that you would click on the video. In fact, you probably clicked on my video today because of its thumbnail and because of its title, which are meant to design to grab your attention. Or you already have me in your sub box. In that case, hey, thank you so much for sticking around. And I really appreciate you. Now, there is a wide spectrum on what we define as okay and not okay in the type of clickbait that we consume. And it depends between person to person.
Clickbait that does not involve Mr. Beast or fat titties, not okay. If it has either of those two, I'm fine with clickbait. Not fat titties on women, though. I need, like, a man's head with, like, large bazongas underneath, and that's it. Or Mr. Beast. Better yet, Mr. Beast with bazongas. And children, don't forget children, they're a no-no. No, I'm talking about clickbait that's okay. If it has Mr. Beast, that's fine. If it's clickbait that has like anything else, I don't care. Celebrities, I don't give a shit. Mr. Beast though, no, now you got me.
I might find that Mr. Mogul Male or Ludwig, that hey, we need to talk about this to be kind of okay as a clickbait thing.
And his Mr. Barrett, exactly.
Fortnite's final days to be extremely wrong.
Okay, Fortnite's final day, is it even clickbait? Because they do that on like the launch day or like the end day of the season, and then you get like 2 days off and then they reopen Fortnite. That's not wrong. That's not even clickbait, I would argue.
I was just playing the game, and it's not going anywhere.
People don't know? Yeah, but it's not... Okay. But it was never misinformation. Some people don't play Fortnite. Right, but it wasn't misinformed. It was the final day for the season, albeit, but with Panther on this one, it is... No, because it is the final... Okay, saying Fortnite's final day is true for that season of Fortnite. But, like, the countdown is true... The face is fine. He didn't put it was the final season? Right, he didn't say it was the final season. He just said it's the final day, and that was of the season. This has happened before. It's supposed to be like final days of the game active. I mean, I guess, but like, I don't see anything that was untrue. Like, at all. That's not untrue. Fortnite's final day. Yeah, and then the server went down for 2 hours. Came back. Fortnite's revived.
I was just playing as Levy, hitting the gritty with my friends online. He has just this little face. He goes like, oh. In 2019, a study was conducted of 320 pairs of fake and real articles. Humans were only able to correctly identify the hoax by 66% of the time. In other terms, 1 in 3 people will be convinced that a fake article is real. Even further, fake news spreads significantly faster than correct media. The paper conducts that even after someone consumes a clickbaiting article, they are at best upset and disappointed, and at worst spread the misinformation. Now, thankfully, Now that we're aware of the situation, we can collectively work together as a community.
Okay, in a world that's post Elsagate, I feel like there were better examples. Thinking about it now, there were so many better examples. Hold on. Elsa, let's see. Look at any of these. Look at pregnant Elsa gives birth in snow. Look at any of this. Hold on. Elsagate. Thumbnail? Thumbnail. Look at this. All of the. What is this? There you go. See? Any Elsagate. Perfect.
And work on this before something world changing and that everyone needs to be on the same
So let's talk about the latest updates around the coronavirus.
There's now increased scrutiny on the public health response and the handling of those infected.
If I get corona, I get corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying.
And around the world have taken
The only proper way to handle coronavirus is not going to make me stop partying.
part in so-called freedom rallies. The rallies oppose COVID-19 measures.
You can't just lock people's freedom down for something that killed a small fraction of what you thought it was going to kill.
There's Joe Rogan.
0.03 chance of dying from COVID in the state of California.
COVID-19, on the other hand, is completely new and has no vaccine, so the efforts we make to contain
Who's
it
the
and keep
phone
it from spreading
number?
are as important as ever right now.
I don't know.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light.
All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask.
Okay.
In case there's a time where people forget, the coronavirus, or COVID-19, is, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, was a serious infectious disease that could get anyone seriously sick and possibly lead to death. COVID alone has been responsible for just under 7 million
I'll accept
deaths
that
in the 3
definition.
years that has been active, with an active count of 762,700,152
Okay. Holy shit.
91,152 confirmed cases of COVID.
Okay. I don't know why, but 7 million deaths feels low. I always thought it was higher than this. But I guess this number was what I was really expecting. Which off the middle gear. Look. Forgot he was a real man. Maybe it's not a furry voice for me. It's true. I did. Look, Metal Gear was back here. We've moved on into misinformation.
As of recording of this video, for those keeping track, that is just under 2.3 million per year. For comparison, the common cold only has 38,000 deaths per year, and COVID has 60 times that. Now, despite medical advice from world-renowned leaders like Dr. Anthony Fauci, at the time a member of the coronavirus
Misspell Fauci.
task force,
Minor
the
spelling
lead for the White
mistake.
House, and the director for the National Institute
Explode
of
this man's
Infectious
penis.
Diseases, there were still people spreading misinformation. There was so much misinformation spread that you're almost forgiven for saying something that was a little bit incorrect. In fact, it got to the point that Joe Rogan said something so wrong that Dr. Anthony Fauci had to call him out and say what you're saying is wrong and incorrect because Joe Rogan was putting people at risk.
Rogan previously said on his popular Spotify podcast that young, healthy people should skip getting vaccinated for COVID-19 because he doesn't think they need
Calling
to
it a
worry
popular
about it.
Spotify podcast kind of feels like it minimizes it when it's the largest podcast in the world.
Symptoms that you may inadvertently and innocently then infect someone else.
Which leads us to the next obvious question. Why? Why would someone do this?
Why would Joe Rogan dress up in a
Countless
fursuit?
hours of
I agree.
non-stop research, sleepless nights, I can say confidently, without a certainty.
It's not that large. Who the fuck is that man? It is the literal largest podcast in the world. Understandably, it may not be super large where you are, as he is a white man who is famous for very mediocre reasons and just has a podcast that's only in English, but it is the largest podcast in the world. Also, Joe Rogan. Pursuit. If he's an out and devout furry, you think the USA is the world? I am correct in that it's the largest podcast in the world, but the USA consumes a lot of podcasts, okay? You know? Yeah. Okay. Also, he's not a furry. but he did wear a fursuit on his podcast. I think it was like his 2000th episode. Yeah, whatever. Him and his co-host wore like fursuits for a minute.
The answer is quite simple. I don't know. I genuinely cannot tell you with confidence as to why someone would purposely spread misinformation, especially.
Does he include the Arthur clip? Does he include the Arthur the Aardvark clip? I'm so curious.
During a global pandemic that is literally killing, well, everyone. I can only speculate about motives from political agendas to simply watching the world.
No, he does not. Misinformation over. Exactly. Thank you, Bravo. No. It's Buster who would do that.
Buster, how pick it up? What? You mean just lie? You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Yeah. Perfect summarization. He should have put it in here, but I digress.
World burn.
Someone would go on the internet and just tell lies?
Someone accidentally says something that is incorrect despite having their best intentions of saying something correct. However, one of the speculations I am more confident in is spreading misinformation for profit. There was even a scam in Collier County asking for people's medical information and their social.
Okay, as far as like reasons to do misinformation on the internet, like everything will typically come down to money. If I can give you like a misleading thumbnail and get an extra 10,000 clicks, that could be a couple bucks, or that could give me enough like money down the road that it was worth it, even though it was ultimately untrue. So like, yeah, of course it's money, but also there's like a pretty, to be honest, we went too far from the Sons of Liberty. I think ultimately the Sons of Liberty was inconsequential to this video. I definitely think that Panda wanted to talk about something, and Sons of Liberty was a really good vehicle to get into that topic, and he just wanted to start there. I don't think it was the whole point of the video, besides being the important story of Sons of Liberty. Okay, wait, Panda did it. Panda did it. Hold on. The important story of Sons of Liberty, and then he had a thumbnail, and now we're just talking about COVID and misinformation, and we're not talking about Sons of Liberty. Panda did the thing he says he's doing. Now, if he's self-aware, it was on purpose. If he ends this, then Scon says exactly. If he recognized this within the video, it was done purposefully. If he doesn't, then he just fucked up. And he oopsied his way into it.
Verifying that they're giving their test results.
See something small after? Sure.
These are scam calls. Do not give them anything. Health officials will not call you asking for that information.
I will. If I were a health official, I would.
Well, I only talked about one of the two themes.
Hey, what's the other theme?
Is hope. Snake mentions in the final moments of the game to find something worth believing in and to pass it on to future generations. Even during the game disguised as Pliskin, he is guiding Raiden into helping him question everything around him, such as why wasn't he debriefed on the mission of Big Shell? Snake represents hope in that we as humanity will decipher lies and help inform others of correct information.
You got back to the snake. He did.
Well, one way to help stop it is to call it out when you see it. Show proof that what you're seeing is correct. Find good sources of information that have a good track record of being accurate, and show their work by citing their research. You too can cite your research and get in the habit of looking into other people's sources.
This man forgot a citation in this video. I can't believe it.
Citing my work. That is helping me and you to help create a better understanding of the information that we consume. You should also get in the habit of doing this. It helps everyone involved. One thing that I also want to get in the habit of is also reading the citations, instead of just blankly looking at the source citations or the in-text citations and moving on with my day. That helps no one. I should also look at them and make them accessible. All references and
it helps some people, I'm sure.
Description below for all of your needs. My name is Suddenly Pandas, and I hope I made you think. See you guys soon. My trip to Mexico was a transformative experience.
What? Hold on, my trip to Mexico? What the fuck happened?
It allowed me to immerse myself in the vibrant culture explore captivating landmarks, and gain a newfound appreciation for the wonders of ancient world.
I kidnapped him. This is what in the beginning of the video, right? He calls back to asking ChatGPT to write him an essay.
Chichen Itza and its majestic temple of
Chichen Itza.
Kukulkan will forever hold a special place in my heart as a symbol of the enduring legacy of the Mayan civilization.
All right, let's see it. Great thumbnail, ooh, got it. Goated content. Love really seeing the importance of checking real information as sources through the use of an amazing video game series. I'll give it a like because I always enjoy Panda's editing style and his Panda. I can't believe you'd do the thing you said other people do. He was just using it as a ploy. Cringe. And probably said you wanted to show something. Can we see something small after? Sure, hold on. I am going to, real quick,